Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy right here, Mills. I'm here back with another video. Before we get started, I need you to do me a big solid favor. Click this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for all the love y'all been showing me. I haven't been on here for a while, so Baddies East is back. So we're going to jump right into it. This is the first episode entitled Bad in DC. So, of course, Zeus gotta show us the recap of Baddies West, taking about a good 4 minutes of our time just to recap something that we already seen already. You know, Zeus is good for doing that. They do that every season. But they did something that I did like. They did like an opening fight, and it brought me back to the BGC days when they, how Baggers Club, but they would do like an opening fight, like a little teaser for the season or something like that. So I did like that, and the opening fight was with Rolly and Suki. And it looked like, no lie, Rolly was giving it to Suki. I ain't never gonna hold you. I can't wait to see how that play out. But then they show little things like, I think it was Mariah Lamb versus Sapphire where she dragged us in the water. It's a lot of things that I seen in the little opening fight. And I did like the fact that Zeus did that. Zeus, they're kind of like stepping up on their production. So I thought that was a really good thing. So shout out to Zeus for that. And then now we get to Natalie. Natalie comes on the screen with the gangster lean. She comes on looking good. You can say what you want about Natalie. You can say what you want about Ms. Nunn. You can say what you want about the chin. But Natalie, she looks good. And she's doing her big one with this show. So shout out to Natalie Nunn, And she looks real good. She coming down, slim down. She looks good. You can hate on her all you want. Natalie looks good. So she come on, let her know that she's the boss. We know Natalie, we know. And then we get Rolly. Next up is Rolly. Rolly comes on. She actually looks real good. She's saying she gonna show less of Rolly and more of Gia. That's her real name. She said a lot of the other girls got things to prove, she don't. She looks real good, like I said. So shout out to Rolly. She's the queen of Zeus. And then we get Krishan on the scene. Now, she comes in, she's on the phone with Blueface. I'm like, oh my gosh. She comes out pregnant at all. I'm like, why is she on the show? I don't get it. But, shout out to Krishan. She looks good, by the way. And then we get Stunner Girl. Stunner gets on the scene, right? And she looks pretty in her little video. But I noticed that Zeus being shady, they cut her introduction off. I mean, I don't blame them for doing that because, Stunner has been coming for Zeus. She's been, coming at Zeus's neck. She's been falling out. She fell out with Zeus, and she's been talking about Zeus day after day after day, live after live after live. She insinuated so much about Lemmy Pepper, saying he had to clap, if you know what that means. So Stunner has really just had left a bad taste in their mouth. So I guess they say, you know what? She ain't getting no introduction. So we gonna skip past Thunder Girl. Next on the scene is Scotty with the body. Scotty looks good. Scotty has elevated herself from season 2 to now. She really looks good. I mean, the bob I wasn't really feeling, but Scotty looks good. So they at the table, and Rolly, Natalie tells Rolly to show off her body. Rolly looked good. You could definitely tell the weight loss, because, she just had surgery not too long ago before filming. So Stunner Girl, she ain't paying Rolly no mind. Like, Stunner Girl, to me, just, I don't know, like, she has resting bitch face. Because for some reason, she just looked like she don't want to be there. Her face just tell it all. Like, she ain't paying Rolly no type of attention, because they just fought at the reunion, on Baddies West reunion, so she ain't really rocking with Rolly, as you could tell. So Rock, like I guess Natalie was talking about Krishan, about asking her is she gonna be fighting this season because she's pregnant. Rock, and Rock, she don't give a damn. She with all the smoke, and Natalie like, nah, you ain't fighting, you pregnant, cause ain't nobody gonna hit you back. And Krishan don't really care. And I'm just like, why is she on the show? Why is Krishan on the show? She's pregnant. She can't fight nobody. I mean, she can fight, but if somebody hit her back, that's a liability. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't understand why she was on the show. She didn't need to be on Baddies West, and she for damn sure don't need to be on Baddies East. That slot could have been for somebody else, like an OG bad girl or just somebody else. In my opinion, I do feel like Krishan time is almost up. Like I feel like her moment was season 2, Baddie South. So then Rock calls out Scotty and saying, yo, you ain't. I hope you ain't gonna be no punk this season and let nobody like, just run up on you and attack you. And that was directed towards Natalie and Scotty being defensive. She like, well, friends go through things, and she's forgiving Natalie. Natalie forgives Scotty. To me, hell no. The only way I'm forgiving you is after I whoop your ass, because Natalie was wrong for what she did to Scotty. But Scotty allows it to happen. And then, as you see later on this season, they fight this season. But anyway, And I did notice that DJ Scott didn't get an introduction, yo. Yo, they be doing DJ Scott so wrong. Like, why this girl couldn't get an introduction? She was on the poster as the returning cast, so why she didn't get no introduction? I'm like, damn, DJ Scott. I wouldn't even come back if I was DJ Scott to that. So then the girls start to look at the cast for this upcoming season. So the first girl on the screen with the gangster lean is Ska. Everybody knows Ska, tatted up Ska. You know her from what's that, Black Crew Inc. or Black Ink Crew. She was on Scared Famous. She did a lot of shows. Ska is, I was actually happy to see Ska because, I haven't seen Ska in a while. Apparently she's engaged or married or whatever. She looks real good, and I can't wait to see what she brings this season. I mean, from the trailer, it looked like she didn't really fight nobody. Maybe she got into some arguments, but I don't see her fighting anybody. So I'm just waiting to see what she gonna bring to the table. She seemed like she gonna be the fun one this season. And then the next girl on the scene is Whoa Vicky. Now, I do not know who this Whoa Vicky girl is. I've never heard of her. I think I did hear about her, but I don't really know her because I don't pay attention like that. But apparently she beat up Bad Baby. They should have had Bad Baby on this season, but I don't know if she's old enough. But yeah, so she's saying she's not a bad girl. She's saved. She's saved, and not them playing the Jesus Church music in the background. Zeus is stepping up with the production. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I guess the girls were feeling like Whoa Vicky is not a baddie. Rolly feels like Whoa Vicky is not a baddie, and they should have picked somebody else. Okay, next girl on the scene is T. T is real pretty. She gives me, I don't know, I'm not gonna say she gives me Kardashian vibes, but she like she could be related to the Kardashians in my opinion. She looks real pretty. She, her voice is real light, but she's real pretty. She's definitely a baddie. She looked like a baddie, so I can't wait to see what she brings this season. I know she gets into some fights too, but so far I'm feeling T. I'm liking her energy. She looks real good. And then next girl on the scene is my girl, BGC royalty, my girl Camila, not Camilla, Camila. She comes on the scene. Natalie is that's my arch rivalry from reality TV. And Camilla, I'm glad Camilla came back on the show. Even though Camilla did trash Zeus and was saying how she would never do the show, she's on the show. So I'm trying to figure out how much they paid her and what made her finally want to do the show. She said, the fans really wanted her to do it. But Camilla, if y'all know Camilla, y'all know that she ain't the one, the two, or the three. We all know Camilla could throw down. We seen her. She went against the whole house on her season. She's an original. She was a replacement, but she's an original bad girl, if you know what I'm saying. So I can't wait to see this fight between her and Natalie too, because Natalie's saying is on site. Next girl on the scene is Saya, and she was from, what's that show? Sisterhoods or hip hop or something, I don't know. But Saya, she said she don't like to be called a dyke. She just a masculine female. I ain't really got too much to say, We all know, spoiler, we all know she didn't stay the whole season. But she gives cool vibes. I do like the fact that, they like, this is a different, they have a different type of baddie, because most of the baddies, because they're feminine. So she's bringing something new, and I did like they did something new with her, and Roly is crushing on Saya. So next girl we get is Mariah Lynn. Everybody knows Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop. Didn't her and Dream Doll fight? I couldn't believe her. Dream Doll should, but I know they cool now, but like Dream Doll, I know she fought Dream Doll, and I didn't really watch Love and Hip Hop like that, so. But Mariah Lynn, she got that song "Once Upon a Time," not a long, the song. But I was looking at Mariah Lynn, and she's a cute girl, but for some reason, I don't know if y'all, if y'all looked at her confessional, like her face was not, like her chest area was like she had sunburn, and then she looked crazy in that confessional. Sorry about the cop noises in the background, y'all. Y'all know I live in the ghetto, so. Yeah, so, but Mariah Lynn looked crazy, and she's a pretty girl, but she looked crazy. I'd have been mad. So then, they talking about how, the next girl is the one, her name is Diamond. She snatched Mariah Lynn's chain. So we introduce her to Diamond. Diamond come on the scene. She's a pretty girl, little thickums, but she's cute. So we already know Natalie casted Diamond because that's going to be the storyline for Mariah Lynn versus Diamond. Natalie is on her EP status. You know how she is. The next girl is Ahna, and she's a singer. She's real pretty with the bright red hair. She looks good, slim, little slim girl, but she pretty. Scotty does not like her. I'm like, oh gosh. And then next, but last but not least, we got Krishan's sister Teseki. So when they're in they still in the boardroom talking. Natalie says that Krishan didn't want her sister to be on the show, and Krishan was like, "I didn't say that. I didn't say that." So I don't know who to believe, but from the looks of it, it looked like Krishan didn't want her sister to be on the show. I don't know if she was hating on her sister. Did she feel like her sister was going to steal the show? I don't know, but it was given like Krishan didn't want her sister on the show. So those are the girls on this upcoming season of Baddies, and then we get the introduction. Everybody looked good in their cast photo. I didn't like Natalie's like not the confessional, but the introduction outfit. I didn't like hers. I don't know. It was like she was trying to show too much. She was doing too much, But everybody else looked nice, The introduction was cool. The best introduction to me was Baddies West. I like Baddies West intro. Baddies South was, to me, Baddies South was basic. I don't know. And Baddies ATL, that was a good introduction too. This was okay, but to me, the best one was last season, Baddies West. Okay, so then we cut to a scene was Natalie versus Teseki. And basically, Natalie was leaving the hotel or something like that. And then Teseki got into it. Krishan and Teseki's whole family is out there. And Natalie just going off. Teseki trying to get to Natalie. Natalie popping her mess. Yeah, you on my show. And I'm rich. And this is the same mess she say all the time. Natalie don't have no good comebacks. All she could ever say is that she rich and you on my show. Every time she argue with somebody. And see, that's why I wouldn't want to do the show, because, see, you're not going to throw anything in my face. You know what I'm saying? Natalie just always does that, where she always had to throw her power in people's faces about you on my show. That's why I feel like she shouldn't be on the show. If you want to be an EP, stay behind the scenes and just EP, because you doing too much. Like, I'm tired. As long as this show going to keep going on, she's always going to be on the show. So I mean, I guess we just gotta get used to it. It's her show. But yeah, she going off, and then she said something about that. I think she said something about Krishan mother or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just like, I'm like, Natalie Ball, because you would get your ass whooped. She of course, security wasn't gonna let nothing happen. That's why Natalie do all that talking when she's when security rolling deep. You know how Natalie is, She got to do extra for the cameras. So, the next scene after that, Oh, Natalie and Scotty. So this, I guess, that's the next day or something like that. Natalie and Scotty, they talking. They in the hotel room. They chopping it up. Na- um, Natalie talked about she want to have a brunch and have all the girls meet up for a brunch. So Natalie asks about Anna Mac, and Scotty was like, "Yeah, I don't like her because apparently Anna Mac had said something about Krishan, and then Scotty commented. I'm like, okay. So Scotty ain't feeling Anna Mac, and she said she wasn't feeling T's energy. She got to feel her energy. I'm like, well, what did T do to you, Scotty? See, I like Scotty, but see, I feel like Scotty's starting to get a little big headed now, and it's like, girl, you still ain't whoop Natalie ass. So chill out. Like, I do like Scotty, but I don't. I think after this season, I don't need to see Scotty no more. They need to do what they do with Housewives, and just like they could be a friend of the show, like DJ Ska, pretty much. Like I'm, yeah, Scotty, yeah, because I'm like, why you kind of come for T, or like, what did T do to you? Anyway, Natalie says that she doesn't like. She feel like her and Teseki gonna get into it, and that it's on site with her and Camilla. So Natalie saying she basically, to sum all this up, Natalie basically wants all the girls to meet up to basically fight it out, to get it out the way, so they could like, so moving forward they can, these damn sirens. Every time I want to film something, these sirens, y'all. I'm sorry about the. But anyway, so basically Natalie wants to everybody to get it out. They want to fight and get everything out the way so they can do their photo shoots and everything. And I kind of agree with that. Like, hey, if I don't like you, let's just get it out the way. I don't want to spend my whole season trying to fight you the whole season. Let me just whoop your ass real quick and get it out the way. So I kind of agree with Natalie on that. So then the next scene, we get Stunner Girl, Teseki, and Krishan. This scene to me kind of annoyed me because I'm like, I don't like Stunner Girl. Like, it looked like Stunner don't want to be there. Like, it's like they forced her to do this scene, and she like, let me just get this shit out the way. She just so monotone with shit. Like, she just don't have no. It's like she was reading from a cue card. Like, that's the energy I was getting from Stunner. But basically, Stunner was talking about how Rolly, because Krishan was like, I'm proud of you because you ain't had no smoke with Rolly. And Stunner was like, you know what, at the end of the day, she ain't come at me, so I'm not a bully. I ain't gonna press nobody. I'm like, well, you trying to make it seem like Rolly was scared of you. Like, that's from what I got. I'm like, you didn't say nothing to Rolly neither, so don't make it seem like Rolly was scared. See, Stunner Girl be doing too much for me. Yeah, but y'all love Stunner Girl though. But anyway, so then Teseki was explaining her beef, her issue with Natalie, and she felt like Natalie was asking questions about Krishan and her and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this was a real pointless time because there ain't really nothing get resolved. So then on the next scene, we get Natalie, Scotty, and Mariah Lynn. They come in. They at the brunch, and then shortly after, we get T and Whoa Vicky. Well, Vicky looked pretty, yo. She's a pretty girl, and T just looks yo. T is a real gorgeous girl. Like, she just looked good. She's a real baddie. She should have been more on Housewives or like Basketball Wives. I could see her doing more stuff like that. Vicky says a prayer. They all getting their shots. Vicky gets a version drink because she doesn't drink. Vicky says a prayer, like I said. So Anna Mac comes in, and Scotty is on the defense, basically. So when Anna Mac gets up there, Scotty runs up on her, and they just start fighting. Now, I commend Scotty. Now, that first round, I don't know, because a lot of people feel like Anna Mac got the best of her. It was like one or two hits I feel like Scotty kind of got at her in, but Anna Mac did kind of get the best of Scotty. She did. But I could commend Scotty for basically, standing her ground and running up and letting, like you said, she said she not taking no shit this season. So I could commend Scotty on that. But I just felt like they put her up to it. I really feel like production was like, or Natalie was like, yo, you really gotta do your big one, because if you don't, you may not return next season. Because I'm not understanding why Scotty is like, what's really the real issue? I don't really feel like it's that issue enough to fight it out. I feel like they could have discussed things, you know what I'm saying? But basically, that's just that. They win a couple of rounds. And I'm act like you doing this for the cameras, all the stuff like that. So she's standing on like some type of stool, and Scotty like, get down, get down. They trying to get at each other. Ahna leaps on Scotty, and that's pretty much. And then Natalie sitting up there like, no, Scotty, no. This is what you wanted, Natalie. So shut the hell up. Stop trying to act like you all about making peace when you the one who set all this up. You wanted them to fight. You want this. You want fights. Natalie is not about being peaceful and stuff like that. Natalie kills me with this whole, oh no, don't do that, girl. But then you telling people it's on site with Camilla. So that's pretty much the episode, y'all. It was okay first episode. I do feel like Baddies South was one of the better first episodes because that's where Persuasion got rocked in the sink by Krishan. But then I like Baddies West also was because Baddie West had Stunner versus Tommy, Stunner versus Broly, and Stunner versus Biggie. So I think that probably was like the best one. And then what was the opening fight in Baddies ATL? I think it was the fake fight between Christina when she slapped Natalie on the shoulder and said it slapping her in the face. Yeah, that fight was fake. I don't care what nobody says. I can't wait for next week because we get Mariah Lynn versus Diamond, and then we get Natalie with her bitch sneak attack on Camilla. So I can't wait to see next week episode. Thank y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for watching. Well, thank y'all for listening because I'm not on screen. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.